Assalamu alaikum. Today our topic is human brain. First of all, we discuss about its location. Everyone knows that the human brain or the brain is in skull, and it is not in whole of the skull. Skull also contains jaws, facial bones. Face is also skull. There is a region of skull called cranium in which brain sits in. Okay. Let us talk about its mass. The human brain is made up of 100 billion neurons. Neurons are the functional unit of nervous system. 100 billion neurons, and its mass in adult male is 1.5 kg. Human brain is made up of 100 billion neurons, and it is only, remember, 50% of its mass. Or you can say that 100 billion neurons make up 50% of the brain mass. Half of the mass of the brain is due to glial cells that are not neurons, that are other type of cells that are called more biologically astrocytes. These cells have a lot of function perform for the brain. These cells protect neurons, nourish neurons, and make protein for neurons. Let us talk about protection. So, brain is protected by a very hard skull, and then there are other three membranes of fibrous tissues under the skull that are called meninges. There are three meninges: dura mater, arachnoid mater, and last one, which is very tightly attached with the brain cells, is pia mater. Brain is present in skull, protected by skull, present in skull in the region cranium. Under the skull, there are further three membrane of fibrous tissues: dura mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater. Under these three fibrous tissues membrane, then start the brain cells. Pia mater is tightly bound to the brain cells. As the brain cells, its analogy is as we cover the copy with plastic sheet. Just like pia mater covers the brain cells, just like we cover the copy, you cover the notebook with plastic sheet. Let us next talk about the deviance of human brain. For our convenience and better study, the human brain is divided into three main parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain is the largest deviance, and midbrain is the smallest. Hindbrain is in between these two, according to the mass and size. There are three main divisions of human brain: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Then forebrain is further divided into three divisions: cerebrum, thalamus is the part, and hypothalamus. These are the parts of forebrain. And there is another system included in forebrain, limbic system. Midbrain is the smallest, there is no need to divide it further. Hindbrain also consists of three parts: cerebellum, pons, medulla oblongata. Cerebrum is the largest part of forebrain or all of the brain. Cerebrum is very greatest. It is divided naturally into two parts. These parts are called cerebral hemispheres. If you see a human brain from up, you will see this type of some sort of arrangement. These are two divisions of cerebrum, which is called cerebral hemispheres. These two are connected with a band of axons that is called corpus callosum. And this cerebrum, which is the largest part of the brain, and which is divided into two parts, that is called cerebral hemisphere, right cerebral hemisphere and left cerebral hemisphere. This cerebrum is also divided into lobes, into four lobes: frontal lobe, occipital lobe, parietal lobe, and temporal lobe. We will talk about these lobes in the next lecture. Hope this is helpful for you and it is understandable. You will be understand this which is next lecture. Take care. Allah Hafiz.